What is up, guys? So I said a few weeks ago in one of the orb opening videos that I was going to showcase my Blitz team. This is basically the only team that I really feel comfortable going at tier 8 just about as many times as I can possibly do it. Now, I wouldn't say that it's 100% perfect against every single team. Struggles against Nick Fury, struggles against Brotherhood, which is what a lot of teams do, but it is 100% win rate against the defenders. And so that's kind of where I really started from. Just basically the fact that you see defenders all of the time. Obviously, Shield and Brotherhood come up quite a bit, but not as much as the defenders for me. And so I wanted to try to put together a team that would be able to beat the defenders 100% at tier 8. And well, this is what I have come up with. So we have Wasp, we have Minerva, we have Vision, Merc Lieutenant, and Iron Man. Now, this is an all-tech team, and obviously with other tech characters, you could probably question whether or not you can interchange maybe Star-Lord, Raccoon, maybe even, just basically a bunch of other tech characters, Crossbones and whatnot. But I actually tried just about everybody I could think of, every single tech combination, and this has really been the most effective for me. And I know Wasp seems like a strange pick, but she has such a high dodge rate. She gets that charge, and then she gains stun once she gets that charge. And I really like that about her. And plus, she's the fastest out of all the other tech characters, besides for, I think, Star-Lord. But if you're going to put in Star-Lord, you might as well put in Rocket Raccoon. Plus, I like the fact that her ultimate hits everybody, including stealth people. And so, I really enjoy that. So anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to play, 3 or 4 or whatever, tier 8, hopefully get some defenders, hopefully get a variety of teams, just let you see what it actually looks like when I'm playing it. And maybe if you want to use it, go ahead. That's what I'm here for. Hopefully, you learn something, and I'm still learning. Maybe there's a better combination as, obviously new characters come out. And maybe once I get these characters completely maxed out, as you see, it's only 117,000. So they're not fully maxed out by any means, but at least high enough for me to play. And especially in the Alliance War, it really, really helps. There are so many people that put up defenders in the Alliance War, and I can beat the defenders that are like 40,000, 50,000 power above me without any problem. So that's really nice too. So anyways, if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you got a better tech team, let me know in the comments below. I do have a lot of other teams, and some teams I've been able to do tier 8, but just not comfortable. I don't feel safe about facing most of the opponents, and hopefully, like I said, we're going to try to find some other stuff. We got Cap, Crossbones, that looks like an all Avengers Shield type of thing. Some Defenders, Crossbones. This is like a mismatch of all stuff. War Machine, which is another take character you could probably put in with Iron Man, but I tried him and he's just too slow for me, and I don't know. I just like Wasp better. I just thought she works out better. And then with Crossbones, Thanos, I don't know. Honestly, none of these really look like too big of a deal. So let's go, I guess, with one that has the most, maybe Shield and Avengers. We'll try that one and see how it goes. One thing that I have noticed though with Vision, his ability block at the start is crucial to just about everything. And in the start of it, especially against the defenders, being able to hit Cage with that ability block literally probably works 95 to 98% of the time. And the times that it doesn't work, I still manage to win most of those times, because once Cage does the defense up, then literally the next turn after that is Vision's ultimate, and he could wipe away the defense right after that. But I've noticed with Captain America, he has a lot more resistance than Luke Cage, even though, which seems strange because I thought that he was boosted from the defenders and everything. But we're still going to do the same thing that we normally do. You find the one that puts up the defense up, Captain America in this case, Luke Cage against the defenders. And we are going to do our, we better do speed 3. And then once that happens, once you get that defense up, or once you get that ability block going, and then you can pick whatever character. And usually when I face the defenders, usually it's against Punisher or something like that I usually go for, just because you go against Daredevil and then you'll be hit every single time from him, and you don't want to mess with that, so I try to knock him out first. But in this particular case, I guess let's go Crossbones, just in case he has a lot of high health, a lot of armor. We want to be sure to be able to hit him. And of course, I don't do my ultimates until the Merc Lieutenant does offense up. So once we hit the offense up on our team, then Minerva drops out the bleed, which is beautiful. I love the bleed on here. Hits all of them, which is really nice. Vision with the dodge, which is also beautiful too. And then we got Vision with his first one. Crossbones already hit. So that was pretty quick. Alright. Not too bad. But then again, you know, basically take our pick. I mean, look at all the red. Like, this is pretty much it right now. I guess we'll go her. Oh, I probably should have done Crossbones to get rid of the death proof, but not a big deal. It's not like, you know, we have anything to worry about, so we can get rid of him. Captain America just falls over because he really ain't nothing left. So it doesn't take much, does it? I mean, that was like 40,000 more and tier 8. Alright, so we got another match, and we got the same guy, so we're definitely not going to face that one. Then we got one with Drax, Crossbones. I mean, where did they get these teams? Like, this team is, you know, almost 40,000 up above me. They should be able to throw in some defenders or something. Thanos, Hulk. I mean, none of these really seem like they have too much synergy with each other. I suppose we should maybe try the one with Drax first, and then maybe you can see one potential problem that you could have when you have this team, and that is the fact that when Drax spawns in, he automatically does the taunt, and so prevents you from doing ability block on whatever character you want. And so you kind of have to take Drax, and you could probably try to do ability block on Drax. And if you do, though, you kind of got to think, well, are you going to hit the adjacent targets or not? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So initially, I'm going to start, and I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to hit him and wait till my old Merc Lieutenant does his offense up, and then I'll get Vision to wipe out all of the stuff. So we'll do offense up, and then Crossbones does his taunt. Drax is going to do his taunt here in a second as well. And then Gamora just about wiped out Vision, but that's alright. We got some health for you. Spider-Man is dead. Now here I have a choice. Iron Man does have offense up. Crossbones has a ton of health. I could do his ability 2, which targets everybody. You know, Gamora will be dead. Drax, it's probably not likely just because he has defense up, but I'm worried about obviously Crossbones' big boom. And so let's see Iron Man. He has offense up. He should be able to take him out, I think. 44,000, boom, wiped out completely, so that's nice. And I guess we'll just waste the ability block, prevent Wolverine. Maybe. I didn't know if it was actually going to work or not. And then it's just basically finishing it out. I mean, we don't have really too much left. We get Iron Man's knocked out Gamora. But still, you kind of see what the problem could be if you have a player like, or an opponent like Drax that drops in, does the taunt, then it kind of prevents you from doing it. But they still have enough to sustain with Minerva healing all of the time. Let me auto that so I don't have to look. And with Minerva, and then her heal, her revive, all of that stuff. So that's pretty much easy money. Alright, so since I couldn't find anybody at the very end of tier 8 with the defenders, it seems like this is like the completely next day, and so no matter how many times it refreshed, I couldn't get the defenders, so I just purposely lost and tried to go through. We're going to try to go through it again to see if we can't come across the defenders before we get to that top tier. So it really doesn't matter who we're going to go against. Let's just go against whoever we come across, and hopefully when we get to the very end, we're going to hit the defenders again, but it'll give you more times, I guess, to see how this actually works. So for the first one, again, I'm going to want to ability block Cage anytime you have one that has some type of defense up, like Captain America or Cage. That is the first one you always go after. And we ended up getting Spider-Man as well, so that's kind of cool to be able to get him. Hulk. And it really doesn't matter who we go. I'm just going to go Iron Fist. Probably could have done Spider-Man, but he does dodge so many times. I'd just rather not worry about missing him and just fight him at the very end. Offense up. Then we got Vision with his third ability. And then we got Wasp. She's going to clean up a little bit. Hulk, he's going to use his taunt. Still not going to have defense up, so we're not too worried about it. Spider-Man just falls over from the bleed. Still got Hulk left. And Wasp. There's the defense up finally after everybody is pretty much dead, so it doesn't matter really at this point. Get rid of Hulk. We got Iron Man. And we could probably just auto this last one. We'll auto it, let it finish it all off. But that's just the very first battle in tier 8. So not going to be really too tough. Alright, here's something new. We got Doctor Strange, Nebula, Thanos, even a Boomer in there. So we'll do something new this time for the ability block. We're going to want to ability block Doctor Strange so he doesn't do any of those flips on us. Definitely don't want to have that happen. So we're going to ability block him first, and I guess I'm going to try to take him out too, because after the ability block is over, we don't want him to flip it on us that time again. So we should be able to knock him out before he even gets a chance to go again, especially with Minerva's bleed on there. So Thanos is going to taunt, but like I said, Doctor Strange is pretty much dead, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. Nebula dodges that one, but no big deal. Okay, take him out. Then Wasp with her ability 3 pretty much finishes Boomer. Still got that taunt on there, but we can just get rid of that here in just a second. Thor is pretty much dead as well. There goes Thanos. We'll take out Thor. And then we'll just auto the rest of it. But again, that is tier 8, the second battle. Alright, here we got one that's not quite the defenders. It has Wolverine instead of Punisher, but we're going to give this one a shot anyway. This has been the closest so far. Hopefully in the next battle after this one is over, when we reach the end of tier 8, we're going to come across the defenders. But again, you're going to want to ability block the defense up, obviously. We even ability block old Jessica Jones there. And who should we go after? I guess we'll go after Iron Fist so he can get rid, or so we can stop all the heals and stuff. That can be annoying, at least when it comes to healing the rest of the defenders anyway. Jessica Jones resisted the bleed. She usually does. She usually has really high resistance, so she can resist the bleed for most of the time. Got ability 3, and then we got another one. He's just about dead. Iron Fist. He just passed out. And then old Iron Man doing all of his bombs, but we get a ton of counter because they always put up the counter on there, which I don't want to say can be a problem, but if they have too much health, I guess in the very last tier 8, that can get pretty annoying when you try to do your ability 3 and they pretty much counter. You know, all 4 people or 5 people come back with attacks. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for them. We'll do Iron Man's last one and we will set that thing on auto. Alright, so no defenders, but we do have a Guardians team with Thanos on there. So we're going to give that one a shot and kind of see how it goes. I've only done against the Guardians. They have really turn 1. If you can make it usually through turn 1 with all of your characters still alive, then usually you're in pretty good shape. But we're going to try this one. Like I said, this is Guardians with no, I guess, no Drax and Thanos instead of Drax. So not having Drax at the beginning is actually a benefit because he doesn't have that initial taunt to begin with. So see, they're going to come with a ton of damage at the start. Their whole turn, every single person got to go once before I even get a chance to go. So that's pretty sucky. That's okay though. We'll still do ability block on that one. We're gonna have to fight old Groot because he has the taunt on there. We're gonna still do our bleed, and we got everybody out on the bleed. Hit up that offense up. He got that taunt on there. Gamora. All of them still get a go, but we're gonna use our we're gonna use all of our ability 3s. So hopefully that'll finish pretty much everybody off. We got Star-Lord gone now. And all we have is Rocket Raccoon, and we got old Groot gone, and now Gamora dies off, and that's pretty much it for them. So they're actually a little bit easier than the defenders, it turns out, especially without Drax there. I think that initial taunt, even though Groot had a taunt to start, still wasn't too bad at the very last of tier 8. So here we go. Now we got our defenders team that we were looking for the whole time. 153,000 to 117. Very end of tier 8. These are probably the toughest. Brotherhood, again, is really tough as well. But whole point was to try to find somebody that I could really fight the defenders with. And this is the best type of team that I think that I've been able to come up with. So we got Daredevil there with the initial one, and of course we're going to want to do ability block on Cage, but once we hit Daredevil, then Punisher's going to come back with a counterattack. That really hurts, definitely hurts. If we could get a dodge in there, man, that would really help too, but we're going to get hit with that. And he does. He's almost dead. Wasp got the dodge, which is awesome because if Wasp gets the dodge, that means that she can get a stun in there. So that's what we're going to do, since that's why one of the reasons why I really like Wasp is she has a high dodge rate. It's like 25% or 30%, somewhere around there. And if she gets a dodge in there, then she can get a stun in when she gets that when she gets ability 2. So you see, he was stunned, which is amazing, which means he's not going to be able to do his ability 3 where his area of effect attack. So that really helps as far as saving some energy or saving some health wise. He got the stun in, but we're going to be able to get rid of him without having to worry about actually worry about his ability 3. Then he is gone. Then we have Iron Fist that's left up there. We're going to take him out. And I guess we'll do Jessica Jones. Boom. She's pretty much dead. She's going to throw in some ability for old Cage there, but it's really not going to make a difference. So as you see, that was against a full defenders team, and this tech team just does really well against it. I really like this team. Like I said, I usually have no trouble. Infinite, pretty much. I would stay away from the Brotherhood. I kind of don't mess with them, but for the most part though, since you have 3 opponents, most time you can always find somebody that's really good. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully you found something useful. If you did, hit that like button, and if you have other suggestions for your tech team or somebody else that you find really consistent in beating the defenders, please let me know in the comments. But that is gonna do it. I'll see you all very soon. Y'all hopefully had a good weekend, and talk to y'all later. I'm out. Peace.